Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to make my easy chili con carne recipe. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and to click that little notification button. For this you're going to need celery, minced beef, salt and pepper, tomato puree, stock, chilli and garlic, ground chilli, coriander and cumin, an onion, some flageolet beans, tin of tomatoes and some kidney beans in a chilli sauce. As with any dish, we're going to start off by chopping the onions. Next, I'm going to chop the chilli. I've kept the seeds in because I like my chilli quite hot, but if you don't, you can leave the seeds out. And now I'm going to chop the celery. Everything needs to be quite finely chopped. I'm not a professional chef, so I'm a bit slow at chopping. I know there are people who don't like celery, but it's actually very good for you. I think it's good for your digestion and has all sorts of properties in it. And lastly, I'm just going to crush the garlic. Everything's all now chopped and ready to go into the pan, so I start with the beef. I'm just going to dry fry this until it all browns, and that way I don't have to add any extra fat to this meal. I have to admit we eat a lot of mince, and that's because generally it's cheap and you can do a lot with mince and it goes a long way. This was actually the first thing I cooked on my YouTube channel, and it was the first time I'd ever been filmed, and we did have fun doing it, but I must admit, looking back on the video now, I think that's really embarrassing. I've got all the wrong things on. There was hardly any of the food, and the food was really good, and we had a great evening. We sat in the garden and drank beer and ate chilli around the fire. And that's what got me started on my YouTube video. And we thought we'd redo it so that you could actually see more of the food this time. And although I still don't know what I'm really doing, I hope you'll enjoy this one. It's beginning to brown. Lewis, do you remember doing that video?
Yeah, it's funny because I remember when we started off and we just had one camera, just me and Jackie, didn't we? I'm a bit too tall. We just had one camera and it was just us, and I forced Jackie into it, made her do it, and look how fabulous she is now. And the food smells amazing.
And he does eat rather a lot of the food. Yes, and 2 slices of cake. Now the meat is browned, and I'm just going to add the onions, celery, chilli and garlic. Going to let that cook a little bit just to soften. You want to cook it until the onions are just beginning to go translucent. And for the two that stand behind the camera, that means slightly clear, as they can't cook. They just eat the food. The next thing I'm going to add are the spices. And this is 3 tablespoons of hot chilli powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin and 2 teaspoons of coriander powder. Stir those round. And you can smell the spices just beginning to release their flavour. There we go. Now I'm going to add flageolet beans. You could add 2 tins of kidney beans if you can't get flageolet beans. I like flageolet beans because they have a slight sweet taste to them, and they make it look pretty because they contrast really well with the red kidney beans. And lastly, a tin of chopped tomatoes. So give it a good stir around to mix everything in. And now I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. I'm going to add my beef stock, some salt and pepper, and lastly just a little bit of water to give you a bit more sauce. It was about 100 ml. Everything's now in the pan, so I'm just going to bring it up to boil, then turn it down to simmer and let it cook for 45 minutes, and then it'll be ready to eat. The chilli has been cooking for 45 minutes and is ready for the coriander. Look at that, doesn't it look gorgeous? Here we go. Let's sprinkle in some coriander because it just, the green with all the colours in the chilli, just goes so nicely. Well, that's it. Everything's ready to dish up. I'm just going to dish this with some plain basmati rice. Put a big dollop of the chilli on. There we go. Some creme fraiche. And a sprinkling of cheddar cheese. And that's it. My very easy chilli con carne recipe. I hope you like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification button. Right, come on then. Dinner's done. Who wants what? You getting yours?
Which one?
Either.
I bet I got the small.
No, I've got the small. And to click that little. What's that stupid little bell?
Notification.
Notification bell, right.
You were so close!
I know!
That was perfect!
Aww, you cute.
Just in the way. You're a bit of a trip hazard, aren't you?
She's directing. She's the director. She tells us
does.
what we should and shouldn't do.
She does.
Whether she's impressed with us. And
She
obviously
does.
she isn't at the moment.
She's like that.
Let's order a pizza.
Yeah, it.
I've started now,
Let's
so I'm
order a
going to
pizza.
finish.
Alright, mastermind.
Pizza tomorrow. Chopping onions.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we're chopping onions.
Cool.
We love chopping onions.
Ooh.
Don't walk out when I'm working.
Just missed the director's chair.
And we can't stop filming, so if you fall off and hurt yourself, you have to stay on the floor until we've finished.
That's fine.
Then we'll call an ambulance. I think we ought to have a swear box, actually.
I think we need one.
I reckon at the end of the day, if we had a swear box, I reckon we could have a whole bottle
I think
of wine.
we could.
Are you all filming me? Oh no, that's not fair. It's bad enough having one camera. I've forgotten about the fan. So this is what we do. We just make all day.